Cubase 12 Midi remote integration. In new version of the Cubase, Cubase 12, if you go to Steinberg and then Cubase, you will see new features that you can find in Cubase 12. There is a lot of new stuff, very interesting stuff, but today we are going to focus on one of those new features. It is Midi remote integration. What is that? Actually, inside of Cubase 12, you will find Midi controller surface editor that will allow you to edit any Midi controller, and you will be able to control with any Midi controller Cubase. So actually you are editing mapping inside of Cubase, and whatever Midi controller is sending messages, those messages will be accepted by Cubase, and then you can assign controls that you want to have in Cubase. What do you want to control? Which functionality of the Cubase? And you can control everything. Now, in previous version, if you want to control Cubase, for example, with Novation SLMK2, you must have AutoMap. But AutoMap is not compatible with new operating system. AutoMap is compatible with Mojave Mac operating system, but not with newer operating system, Catalina and next operating systems. So in this case, if you want to upgrade a new operating system, you cannot use any more AutoMap. But thanks to this editor that you can find inside of Cubase, now you can edit any Midi controller, new or old, it doesn't matter. You will get functionality to control Cubase with that Midi controller. In front of me, I have SLMK2 61 keys Novation. Now, I don't have any AutoMap here. Now, it is just connected to my computer, and now you will see how it works. First, I have dedicated template for Cubase. In this template, I called it Cubase template. I am calling that template to control Cubase. Why I have dedicated templates for Cubase? Because I'm using this controller for SD90, Control Ketron SD90, and some other keyboards like Motif, Montage, and Korg and Genos. So that's why I have several templates. If I want to control, for example, SD90, I will just press here, and then I will choose template SD90. In this case, controllers is connected in computer and with Cubase, and SD90 is connected to Cubase as well through computer connection. Now, all messages that are coming to Cubase will be ignored by Cubase and will just go through the Cubase directly to SD90, and I'm controlling SD90 in live recording. But if I want to control Cubase, not SD90, then I will choose template Cubase, and now I'm controlling Cubase. And Ketron SD90 is ignored by controller. Actually, it doesn't work. Now, let us focus on Cubase. First, I'm going to open this window down with controller. As you can see, I did it with controller. Now, if I go to Midi remote, that is my controller. That is how it looks. I did create this outlook, this whatever you see here, those buttons, potentiometers, sliders, everything is created. If you have a keyboard that has template already created, you can call that template by going to scripts, and there is several templates that are offered, but mostly new keyboards, and not too much of the templates, couple of the keyboards. But if you don't have your keyboard under this list of the scripts, then you have to create your own script, like I created SLMK2 and another SLMK0. It is same thing, just different layout of those different position of those potentiometers and for example sliders and buttons. Let me go to SL0, and I will show you. If you don't want to have a keyboard as a controller, you can just have something like this. And it has a row of potentiometers, again potentiometers, pads, buttons, sliders, and then you have here buttons. it is same thing, but here it's a little bit different because now you have here you have first row are buttons, then potentiometers, buttons, potentiometers, pads, sliders, and buttons. Let us see how it looks here. Now, when is that created, it looks like this. Same thing, buttons, then potentiometers, buttons, potentiometers. So buttons, potentiometers, buttons, potentiometers, then pads down, and then sliders, and 2 rows of buttons. Now, down in row, I can control rewind, transport, stop, play, activate cycle, record, and then metronome, click on, off. I can control select preview of the track, next track, previous track, next track, solo track, mute, record, edit track setting, edit instrument setting, mixer. Then here on this place, I can call some configuration of the mixer that I did. I will show it to you. And then here I can control pages, and here quick controls of the plugins or virtual instruments. It is pan of the selected track, pan of the tracks, volume, pan. And those down I didn't still assign to anything, but how to learn how to assign what to do, you have to go on Cubase site and watch this video with information. It will help you to start what you have to do. Now, I'll just give idea what I did here. Now we'll go again to Cubase. Now, first with this button, I am calling down window and closing window. You can see I have mixer, but if I want to call full mixer, I will call it like this. That is now full mixer. With this button, I can go from the track to the track. Okay? No, not that button. Yeah, actually this button. Let me choose one track. Okay, let me go here. Okay. I have to choose all tracks. Now I chose just to see audio tracks, but now I'm going to choose to see all tracks. This is all tracks. Now I'm going to press one track, and now I can go from track to track. As you can see, I can call this here, and you can see I can go from track to track. Depends which what did you choose, what do you want to see, you will be able to move. Now if I choose track, now when I choose track, I can solo track, I can mute track, I can engage recording of the track, I can call, as you can see, I can call channel setting of the track, and then I can call virtual instrument of the track. Now you can see virtual instrument of the track, and I can close it. Now, with those buttons, I am selecting tracks and controlling all those functionality. That is transport down. And now, if I choose track, let me go, for example, here. I have here some pages. In each page, I can assign 8 sliders. So I can control 8 channels. So I have more pages, multiple pages for more than 8 channels. For example, 16, or if I want to have 24 or 32, or as many channels I want to have to make number of the pages. Each page control 8 channels with sliders and with pan. Now, page number 4 in my case, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will call page number 4. And now I'm controlling volume for MIDI channels, page number 4. Let me just move a little bit here. I want to show you my MIDI channels. Okay, MIDI channel. As you can see, from 1 to 8. Channel 1 to 8, I'm controlling the volume, and I'm controlling pan from channel 1 to 8. Now, That is to control MIDI channels. Now, if I want to control first group of my virtual instruments, I'll call that page, and then I'm controlling channel number 1 in group of virtual instruments to channel number 8. I have 16 virtual instruments. I can control pan. Now, if I want to control another group of virtual instruments, I will show you that group. I have to make button for scrolling. I'm still in progress of making that template. Instead of scrolling with mouse, I have to make command to scroll with this guy. So I will do that. Now, I am here. I want to control, for example, second group from 9 to 16. So those are controls now for virtual instruments. I have 16 channels of virtual instruments, 8 channels of MIDI, 16 of virtual. You can have as many channels, as many tracks as you want. 16 MIDI channels. You can have 60 virtual instruments or 60 audio, whatever you want. It is just what you prefer. How do you work? I work on that way. I have 8 MIDI channels. If I am using my SD90 just to record a rhythm section and solo instrument. So, and then if I want to use, I'm mostly working with virtual instruments. That's why I have 16 channels of virtual instruments. That is for start. And after that, I have 4 audio channels. I'm not using a lot of audio. So if I need, I have them. If I'm dealing with virtual, with MIDI, then I have to record that to audio, but mostly actually every MIDI channel when I'm using my Catron, what I did, I sampled those instruments. So after that, when I finish my recording in MIDI format, I am using them as a virtual instruments. So that's why mostly as a keyboard player, I like to be flexible with MIDI recording. With virtual instruments, I'm using mostly virtual instruments. MIDI tracks just to start idea, then go with virtual instruments. An audio track for musicians who are recording some audio signals. And I have here, now I will engage template number 3. And now I can control my audio track. Number 1, stereo audio track, panning. And or my vocals are here, there. I'm controlling vocal track number 1 and panning for vocal track number 1. And then I can go to the next page, control backup vocals, and I can add as many vocals I want to add or as many audio tracks I want to add. I can control all of them. So basically, when I choose what I want to control, then I control volume, mix, and pan. I control pages here, what I want to control. Now, what is interesting here, let me go back for a moment. If I don't want to see a whole layout of every instrument, then I can choose what I want to see in my mixer. I can see just MIDI. And then if I go there, I just see my MIDI mixer. If I want to see just my virtual mixer, I go there, just my virtual, no MIDI mixer. If I want to see my audio mixer, audio channels, now, not that one, this one, I see just audio channels. And now, if I see just audio channels, I can mix actually just my audio channels. See, I am mixing, panning volume, that's panning, volume of audio channels. Let me go back, not this button, let me go back here, and I will go, for example, choose my instrument channels. Now, as you can see, instrument channels, and now I'm mixing first group of instrument channels, and now I am mixing second group of instrument channels. So that is about mixer. So as you can see, what I have here presently, volume, pan, quick control. What is that quick control? So let me show you what is that quick control. It is for controlling. Let me go to the track where I can find some instrument. For controlling virtual instruments or plugins. Now, if I go to virtual instrument, I can open virtual instrument, for example, this one. And if I want to control it, I will control it with quick controls. Look at what is happening. Now I'm controlling EQ, EQ lower, pitch, pitch tune, modulation, modulation. If I want to control another virtual instrument, just go out from that virtual instrument, go to another virtual instrument, for example, contact 3, and then open the channel. I don't have here virtual instrument, but I will add virtual instrument, for example, piano. Let me add piano. Okay, now I have piano. And now, with those quick buttons, I'm controlling piano. Color of the piano, tonal shift, dynamics, reverb of the piano, delay of the piano. So, that is just idea what you can control with controller if you are using Cubase 12 and if you are using, let me go down from this, let me open this window. So if you are using Cubase 12 and Midi remote integration with Midi control surface editor. It is excellent. It is really good. And what is very good, what I was waiting for years, get rid of dongle. Now, as you can see, I am running my Cubase and I don't have my dongle. Just running Cubase on 3 computers. Cubase Pro. It is there. It is, you can see in corner, just a little bit, I can maybe move it. There is my laptop over there. I have to move this up. There's my laptop there, as you can see. So I am running Cubase at the same time on my laptop and on my Mac M1 processor, and I can run it on my PC. I have over there my PC. At the same time, I can run it on 3 computers. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video, and have a great day.